for this this video. Alright, I'm gonna close down. Banana. Hey, thanks for everybody showing up. I'm just trying to get the sound issue settled. I don't know why I can't hear anything. Yeah, so... I think I can barely hear. Alright, I can hear my video playing now. Just barely. Can you guys hear the video playing? It's just the water trickling on the shore. Or lapping. The water lapping the shore. Alright. Okay, so now I see on my Skype it says speakers muted, but I don't know how... What does that mean? Okay. Are you still there, Mark? Wow, were you in the sun or something? Holy cow, you look like an Oompa Loompa. Yeah, I don't know. I see this little underneath the icon, it says speakers muted, but I don't know why or how my Skype speakers got muted. That makes no sense to me. Audio, video settings, microphone. I've got bars on my microphone, so that's that. Check, check, check. Yeah, I guess we'll just go over to Hangout. I don't know why this is wonky on Skype. Alright, I'm signing out of Skype. I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention to the chat. Are those yeses because you could hear the water lapping? Alright, what I have to do right now is do this. Do this. Alright everybody, thanks for hanging in there. I just sent Mark an invite for Hangouts, so we should be hopefully good to go in just a moment. We miss a contrarian.
Hello folks.
There he is.
Hang on.
Alright, let me try to organize my life here now. So I have you. There we go. And I've got my screen capture. So that's that. So let's just do a mic check for Mark.
Hello. Can you hear me okay?
Everybody in the audience.
Can you hear me?
We are doing a mic check. Everybody in the audience. Flat Earth Bear, Karen Ann, Rune. Thanks for being here. Mark Tell us something you're doing today.
Trying to sort out a faulty computer. Can you hear me okay?
They are saying that you are low but fine. Rune, are you saying that I have an echo?
Microphone default. Yep. Built in. Put that one on. Speakers, that's fine. Camera, we'll go to that one.
Alright, we've got a terrible echo effect, they're saying, so...
From me?
Oh, no, okay, he says Mark Doxey has a terrible echo effect, so... Alright.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Is it still bad, is it?
We'll give him a second to respond. I just am not... Let me see if I can do anything with... Yeah, when you first came on Skype or whatever I saw you, your face was completely red. It looked like you had been out in the sun, and you just got fried.
No sun in Ireland. Not
yeah,
until
right.
September.
Huh. Alright, so here's... Yeah, I don't know why the soundboard... I don't know why the soundboard's not coming up so that I can maybe adjust your levels.
Okay, try and do something this side. Let's have a look. What have we got here? Is it just me and you in this hangout?
Yeah, it's just you and me. Yeah, I don't know. I have no clue what to do. So... I wonder... Yeah, see, the thing that I figured out yesterday when I was talking with Dean is that I think that my setup is still so that the speakers feed into the microphone and then that is what goes out. So I still need to try to figure out how to get the software set up so that you go straight into the software rather than feeding in through the microphone. But I don't know how to fix that right now. Yeah, they say that there's a little bit of reverb. It says that it's Rune says that it sounds like you're speaking into something metallic. So I don't know. You sound good on my side though.
Okay, folks, that's as best I can do. Say something like, okay, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August. How does that sound, Rune? Say something in that. So what have you got to show us anyway? It's all... Oh, right, okay. But do I sound okay to you?
Yeah, you sound crystal clear to me. You sound like a political officer in a war movie. That's an interesting way of putting it.
Oh, maybe just... We hear you. Okay, sure.
I was just getting a refill on my coffee. Alright, well, I just, every once in a while when I'm looking at my stuff, I just thought that it would be interesting to have someone to discuss it with, but you probably can't see my screen. I haven't shared it yet, have I?
No, I can see the YouTube video.
Okay.
If it's synchronized.
Yeah.
a boat going off into the distance there.
Right. Okay, so... Okay. I have got to remember how to do this. There's this. So my screen share comes up over here. Here we go. There we go for you. Right?
Okay, the YouTube is ahead of that, I think. The YouTube, the green marker.
All right, so he just passed my boat on my screen just passed the red marker.
Okay. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's what I can see. Yeah. No, but on YouTube, the red marker is just coming up now. So there's about 10 seconds between the two.
Delay.
But I'll discuss what you've got on your screen anyway.
I was just doing some shooting. I think this is Monday morning. This is the Chesapeake Bay. And so I went out. You can see I'll just start it at the beginning. So this right here is the exit point of the bay. So you've got one piece of land here. This is right at sunrise. You've got one piece of land here on the right. You've got another piece of land here on the left. This is about 9 to 10 miles away. Hey, Chocolate saying.
Hi, Chocolate.
And then this out in the front is, obviously land farther out. So the water's... So I often have a white band of the sky reflecting here. And so I was just out shooting around, and I was about ready to pack it up. And this boat comes into my view. So then I just start following it. I had another one from Saturday, but I couldn't find it. I don't know. So as we think about this, right? So this boat is on the horizon. Right?
I didn't hear any of that. Say it again.
I said this boat is on the horizon.
Yes.
It's on the it's on that line where the water apparently ends.
Yes.
The thing is that I don't know how far away this was. But I guess just keep that in mind, because I'm just trying to think through this whole thing. The whole thing with the horizon is, unless you know the location of the object that is on that line, it's so ambiguous. But I don't know if you know of the channel Wide Awake. Have you seen that channel?
Wide Awake.
Wide Awake. Everybody ought to check out Wide Awake. He's got some incredible footage down in Florida where there are boats just everywhere in this ether band. And it's just incredible imagery. So I just basically follow this boat and it disappears, So when we get here, we've got the boat mirrored on itself here. We've got this thing over here mirrored on itself. So here's a horizon. Here's a horizon. Here's a horizon. So we've got 3 points of... Right? This is the thing that I had a conversation with Life is Short. And that was something that he brought out to me that I thought was interesting. So we've got the water horizon. We've got this boat, the line there, and then we've got this in the distance, this house or whatever it is. But, we know that this boat isn't floating. It's on water, but we can't see this water. So, I don't know. I guess we just got to keep singing this song and hopefully people who don't understand this stuff just pick it up and it just clicks for certain people.
Yeah, all that we're doing here is showing you can't trust anything on the horizon.
Yeah, but see what I thought about that yesterday. I thought, well, what about military and they have line of sight on their target?
Yes, I've thought about that as well. A submarine putting its periscope up.
You know what I mean? If you can't trust what you see on the horizon, then what the hell are you trying to shoot at it for?
Yeah, unless they use, well, do they use radar? Do they rather than just line of sight?
I suppose that would be. Suppose that would be more likely.
I mean, do submarines still have periscopes, or is that?
Yeah, but again, okay, but well, if you even think about that with even say a hunter, I mean, with a hunter you're only going maybe 100 yards, so I guess it's not that significant. The distance is not as ambiguous.
Jaron did something about a year ago about the distances that can be seen around the South Pacific and the cooler areas of the South Pacific.
Yeah. Huh.
That you can actually see 100 miles.
So what I'm going to do right now is play this. I'm going to try to, let's see. That's not the one I wanted. This one, and then this one. Huh. It won't let me open that one. Alright, I'm going to try to shrink this down. Alright, so what we're going to be looking at here is pretty much the same location, and the only thing is that we've got different time of day. This is the one on the left is a little bit later in the morning. But what I want to discuss and look at is the difference in the island when it comes up. So okay, so the boat on the right is on the horizon, right? The boat on the left is on the horizon. But the boat on the right, we have, I don't know if we would call this a superior mirage or not, because I mean, you have a little bit of it right here with the bow of the ship. You can see the lesser than sign. So there's
the light on the at the back as well gets repeated, doesn't it? Actually, on the horizon,
right here. Yeah. But what I guess what I'm saying here is that this looks like it's swallowed up. You know, we'll watch this a bit, because see, there it goes.
Oh yeah. Right, that's interesting.
So it looks like it. I called this when I put this video up on its own. I called this sinking ships loosen lips. So I mean, it just looks like it's getting swallowed up by the water.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if we would call that a superior mirage or not. I'm not sure. But my point is that this is the same location as I'm shooting at this boat on the left, right?
Mm-hmm.
But this is like 6 o'clock in the morning on the right. And I can jump over to this real quick and see what this looks like. What is this? This is 8 o'clock in the morning. Okay? But you can see we have a clear line of sight, I would say, to this boat. There's no mirroring going on. Right?
No. What was the times again? The one on the right was early morning, was it?
The one on the right is 6 o'clock, and this is November. This is the very first videos that I took of the Anacapa Islands back in November. This on the left here is in January, and it's 8 o'clock in the morning. So it's a 2-hour difference. But one of the things that we can see if we play this out on the right, you can see the water spray here. You can see the water spray here, but here we don't have any obstruction, I would say. We don't, there's no... And what I find interesting is that this boat doesn't go farther and disappear, so to speak. And it doesn't come closer and break that line. It's like it's staying on the line the whole time, and I find that very interesting. So here we go. So we've got the island, right? So you've got this here. You've got this boat here. So I'm just trying to think spatially, I suppose, to a certain extent. Like if I line up the horizon, well, I guess I'm not zoomed in. I'll try to see what happens if I come in on this, because the lighting on these days was really touchy. Sometimes it goes in and out.
What's the temperature difference from, say, November to January?
Yeah, I'd have to go back and look that information up. But
just generally the climate.
Yeah, it was temperate. You know, it was nice. It wasn't cold on either of these days. I might have just had a long sleeve shirt on, but it was, just.
See, I get exactly the same effect when I'm watching the Stena Line going out of Belfast Lock. Some days it disappears from the hull up, and other days it just carries on way into the distance until the atmosphere swallows it up.
Why is Mark all echoey? Yeah, Chocolate. Just grin and bear it, buddy. Hey, Chris Berry. Thanks for showing up, everybody. We're just looking at some footage, talking about what we see here. So what I find interesting, though, is on the right, the scale of the boat and the island is very similar.
We just got a note there from Ronnie. Foshi? Forgive me, that said.
Oh, yeah. Military uses radar for detection in aircraft for target confirmation. Yeah. Yeah, Ronnie, we were just talking about if the horizon isn't something that you can trust with your eyes. We were just kind of musing a little bit about how the military then compensates for that. All right, so back to the video here on the right. The scale of the boat, right, seems to be similar to the scale of the island, right? They're similar size, at least in perspective, right? So the boat's closer to us, and the island is farther away. But look at this is the same island here on the left, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's a huge contrast.
Have you got the metadata for both of those?
How do you look up the metadata for the video? Because
I don't know. I'm not a videographer.
Yeah, the still pictures shows up right away. It's on the right with the properties and whatnot. But I don't know how to do that with the video. But I mean, look, it looks like you're going into just this huge mountain. And when we pan over in a minute, you'll see the lighthouse. So I just zoomed in right there. I just zoomed in, and for all intents and purposes, even though even right here, right, you've got less clarity, less distinction. Here you have more clarity and more distinction. But I would put these almost at the same scale. I want to try to. The boats are relatively apparently the same size. But yeah, so we're going to pan out. Should in a second see the lighthouse is right up here at the top. I mean, this just looks like a huge mountain, right?
Yeah.
Let me go back.
You going to this place again in a couple of weeks, are you?
Yeah, in probably like 10 days. But here's what I think is happening here. I'll stop it in a second once I pan right. I'll stop it right here because there's the lighthouse, right?
Yeah.
So even right here, the topography is different than here because you've got this rise and then this fall. But here it seems a lot more flat. I think, Mark, I think that this, I would cut the island in half right here, so that everything below here is apparent. It's not physical. Because the island is not this big from this distance. When I was farther back, like right here you have more of a distinction here. You can see this band. Can you see the color differentiation here?
Yeah.
So it's darker on top, and then you've got this lighter brown, just ever so light, and then you've got the dark again. So that to me says that this is being mirrored here, and then you cut this in half. So everything right here above the boat is the ether band. But again, it's just interesting because you don't have any mirroring still. This is going farther and farther away from us. You know, I mean, it's like I've got to remember all this shit when I'm in California, because what I should do right now, I don't know if I did this earlier or not. Maybe I did.
Yeah.
But it would have been
a shoot plan.
Yeah. Don't forget to do this. Don't forget to do this.
Yeah.
Because at one point I think that I panned out. What I try to do is there we go. So here I pan out. This is more than likely this is what I can see with my naked eye. So whenever I'm shooting and I find something that I'm going to track, I will pan out and stop when I can see it with my eye, because the one thing is misleading if you watch enough of the P900 footage is they will, if I panned out all the way, the P900 would overemphasize the distance, so that even though I can see this boat with my naked eye this way, if I panned the P900 out, that boat would disappear. The camera would lose its ability to resolve that boat, and that's not reality. So I have come to practice when I'm shooting is to take an image of or to stop the video where I can see the boat with my naked eye. So all of that to say, you know, we cannot with our naked eye resolve if there is a curve, right? If this is a curve, if this is a point at which the horizon starts to dip down on the other side of this, you can't tell me when this boat actually starts to cross that line. You can't see that.
No.
All you're seeing is a small object, you know. But I'm gonna zoom in. You can see the water spraying here. I'm just gonna open this up now. So now we can see that this boat hasn't gone over the horizon, because there it is. There's the bottom. You've got the spray. You've got the wake. But what I find interesting along this whole way is that the boat never goes beyond the horizon. It never starts to be blocked off halfway. It's like, do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do.
I just find that very interesting. Like, it's staying on this one line, and it's not going farther than we can see, and it's not coming, you know, closer, like over here, so that you would have the horizon above it. It's staying right on that water line. I just find that absolutely amazing. But all of that to say, this boat is going toward this island, so it is moving away from us in the distance. So what I need is I need a second camera to shoot this at the size of my eye the entire time, while I'm zooming in and doing other stuff with another camera, so that I can see what this would look like with my naked eye, right?
Yes. Okay. So if you have another video camera set at, say, 50 millimeters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I'll just bring this up just for kicks because, again, you've got another contrast of the island. Okay, so this one's a little bit different because, try to see how I want to contrast this with this one, maybe. It's really weird that this is telling me that it won't open it up. Oh, there it is. Nope. It won't open up my other video program, and I've never had that issue before. It says that another one is using my sound. And so it won't play it. So let me open this in Windows.
I will broadcasting on YouTube.
Am I right now?
And I was watching the YouTube video as well, and it's just come up saying there's an error, but it might be just my computer. Let's just refresh that. Oh yeah,
you said
okay.
You got it?
Yeah, it's still there. Yeah.
Okay. So again, we've got this boat. All right, so I'm going to stop this, right? So this is the exact same scene coming up right here. I got to try to figure out how to shrink this down.
Are you watching the side chat?
No. I can't multitask like that. I'll get distracted. Oh, Chris Berry. Okay, yeah, okay, Chris. Yeah, sure. Let me see. Okay, his name is not coming up in my memory. So I'm copying that link. I think I have you on Skype, Chris. Hold on real quick. There we go. There we go. I see it. Sorry, Chris. All right, Chris should be joining us momentarily. All right. I don't see him. Chris, I just sent it to you in Skype. You get it? All right. In the meantime, I'm going to back up a little bit here. Right. So we've got, again, because this is video, I can't look up this metadata to see what the millimeter read is on this, but you can see that this boat is closer than this one because you've got the water line behind it. Right? And are you there, Mark? Oh, great. Now I just lost Mark. Mark, I can't hear you. Are you there? I lost Mark. Mark, I can't hear you. And Chris Berry. Is everybody okay out there? I'm all by myself right now. Yeah, no Mark audio here either. But you can hear me, Flat Earth Bear? How's my sound? Okay, my sound's good still? Yeah, alright. I don't know. It's weird. Let me jump over to Skype. I got nothing in Skype. Thanks, Chocolate. I know you got my back, bro. Alright, Mark has left the call. I'm gonna send Mark a new invite. Chris Berry, Chocolate, you want to join? Chris Berry, I sent you an invite, bro. Flat Earth Bear, you've got a video on a lighthouse 6.5 miles. Yeah, nice. I don't know if you've watched any of the stuff that I've done, but I've got a lighthouse in my area too, but it's 5.8 odd miles. And it's been a very interesting observation to make. Do you ever maybe restart? Yeah. All right. I'll take your advice there, Karen Ann Preston. Karen Ann. All right. Sending to Mark. Chris Berry doesn't come up, so I'm just going to send Mark. I'm going to send another link to Chris. Chris, I'm giving you a new link, okay? And in the meantime, I am going to go on mute because I have to call in for my shift. So, let's see. I'm going to go on mute for a moment, folks. Be right back. Yeah, I lost my panel. Mark's nowhere to be found. I have no idea. So, yeah, I agree. I agree. The ocean is the key, or large bodies of water. Yeah. I'm good. Yeah, what's interesting though too is I have no message from Mark in Skype either. It's like really weird. And then Chris Berry disappeared. He asks to join and then he's nowhere to be found. All right, well, I'm just gonna, I guess, make these observations on my own. So if we look back over in the screen here, I'm back over, I'm gonna kill the music. When you say you're in your truck, Flat Earth Bear, are you a trucker or are you just driving a Chevy or a GMC or what? So these two images are very interesting to me because you've got, to scale, the boats are relatively the same size, and then you've got this image of the island where you've got this here. I should pull up this should pull up I think it's in here. Oh, it's going to open that in a I don't like this program. I don't know why it opens up. So here's a picture of the lighthouse. There was just a stock picture from the internet. You know, if we just look at that, I mean, you're a lot closer. You can see a lot more detail. So you do have a rise, which is kind of what you've got over here. You have a bit of a rise here, and then you've got the lighthouse here and the clubhouse right here. Okay. Ford 350. That's not a dually, is it? The 350 a dually? So just as a contrast there. Yeah, I don't know. It's so bizarre. I've got no communication with Mark or Chris Berry. I'm going to try to send Mark another invite. Might have just been able to, or he might have had to. Alright, I just sent Mark the invite, so hopefully that'll work. Alright. Been streaming.
Hello there.
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
No, neither did I. But we're back again.
Alright. Just do a mic check real quick, everybody. Go ahead, Mark.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
And I've got to share a new screen with you.
There really is a bad echo on YouTube.
It's really bad? It's really bad?
From me it is, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Who's...
Chris Berry said he wanted to join, but I sent him the link and he never came in.
Okay. Great. Yeah. Okay, so where are we up to?
Well, just showing a contrast here with the island. So I pulled up a stock photo where you can see.
Oh, I've never seen the arch before on any of your pictures.
No, it's because I haven't ever been able to have it resolved that way. I think though let's see if behind this boat, once this boat moves out of the way, I think maybe we'll see a shadow. Let's see. See it? Right there?
Yeah.
You've got the space between. So then that means that the space is here, so I'm coming at a what, a 30 to 40 degree angle right here. Mm-hmm. Maybe, you know? So, but again, so I think what I wanted to say before when you dropped off initially is we've got both of these boats that are relatively optically the same size, but this one is closer in the foreground because you've got the water line behind it. Mm-hmm. So it's not on the water line. This one is apparently beyond the water line because you don't have the line of sight to the hull, and you've got the mirroring here. You can see the splashing. It drops down below the horizon. That's the other thing I want to say is that I don't think that the scale is correct when we have a discussion with the ballers on either ships over the horizon or the windmills with Ranty's footage.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think the scale is correct there because you have such a drastic contrast that the distance would be too great, and then the scale of the object that you're seeing. Let me see if I can pull up the one of the videos that I have. So many stinking videos. This is interesting. Okay, here is a freighter. Okay, this is the island. This is still Anacapa Island. And so we've got this freighter that's beyond the line. I'm going to pan out. Okay, so here is the Unicorn freighter oil rig. Okay, so remember the oil rig with the freighter that passed behind it?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is that one. Okay.
Is that the one where we've observed the stilts it stands on, sometimes long, sometimes short?
No, that is farther to the left and farther south.
Mm-hmm.
This is the one that looked all psychedelic in the heat, and it was bending, and then the freighter came behind it with that weird projection.
Yes, I remember that. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm just checking this out. Going to go back over to the freighter. So you can see it there in the distance. It's just creeping along. It's beyond the water line, right? So I guess my point is, I'll just leave it play because it's going so slow. I guess my point is that, you know how they tell us that the angle is so slight? It's only 1%. It's only 1 degree. You're not going to be able to see, like, this island is 20 miles away, and if it is on an angle, that is, it's not 90. Like the peak right here isn't 90 degrees from the water. It's not perpendicular. Yeah. So, in a world that's spherical, this island actually is at an obtuse angle for me. It's leaning away from me. But I'm told that I can't see that because it's only 1 degree. It's not even 1 degree. It's less than 1 degree because this is only 20 miles. So it's a third of a degree. But this boat is supposed to be over the curve because I can't see it.
Yes, I think there's an inconsistency there. To say that it's the lean away from you will be so minute you wouldn't be able to see it. Well, if you apply that to the ship, we shouldn't see so much of it going on under the horizon, should we? It doesn't sound consistent to me.
Yeah. I'm going to zoom. I'm going to fast forward here. This is really interesting. Let's see if I can go back. So look here. All right. So this whole time, this boat was pretty much beyond the line, except for what's above, right? We don't really see anything in between these 2 points of reference here. There's nothing here that comes up really until we get beyond the island. Maybe that's because the island is dark, but still, even right here, you don't really have anything. There's a bit of something above the water line here at the front of the ship. Here, so you see this, like this little smoke, I'm just going to call it a smokestack right here.
Mm-hmm.
This thing goes crazy in the next few minutes. It's just not. It's amazing. All right, so I'm gonna try to go ahead a little bit. All right. All right, so now we've got we've got an angle. We've got a higher depiction of the front. So you got the water line right here. See that? Right?
Yeah.
Maybe I'll go back 10 seconds. All right, so watch. I'm just going to play this out. What you would think is that they are taking a hard right and coming towards us, because that's the only way that that bow would increase in size if it comes toward us.
Is that another boat, or is it?
No, that's the same. That's the same freighter. Look at that. So, but again, if you think back to how long it takes for these boats to turn, this would have to be a pretty sharp turn for the bow to increase in size. Like I said, and unless I'm wrong, I think that this would mean that the ship has turned toward me. Otherwise, it wouldn't increase in size. And then look behind it. See all that behind it? I'm going to go back. Look at that. See all that?
Yes.
So, I mean, just right there, you've got an angle that increases. So it's as if the boat got closer to us in order for this to become visible. But again, I don't remember what I could see when I'm looking through my viewfinder. I'm just kind of like poking around. I don't know that I saw with this much. But then look, here it goes. It's starting to disappear. It's going back down to the water line. Now it's gone. Totally gone. It's up a little bit right there.
Well, the size of that dancing water would cover a massive amount, wouldn't it?
Well, but I don't know that. I think that's just the atmosphere. I don't think the water is coming in towards us. Like right here, here's a bird right here, and there's a bird right here. So we can see these birds. There's probably one right here too. We can see these birds riding the waves. Like that one's going up. Now it's gone. See it?
Mm-hmm.
See if this one disappears. Yep, gone. So the waves are coming in toward me, right? Because they're going to crash on the... They're going to crash on... Oh, you know what? It's coming up, I think. There's going to be another set of birds that's going to come across here. They're going to come out from behind a wave. They're going to be visible, and then they're going to go into it. There they are. All right, I'm going to back up just 10 seconds. So watch right here at the ship, like right here. The birds are going to come out and start to fly. Right there. Now they're going to disappear. Boom, gone. And then they're going to come out again right there. So there are waves right here with crests and troughs. But I don't think that's what's going on out here because it's too fast. I think that's just atmosphere.
It's atmospheric, yeah.
Yeah.
I agree with you on that.
Okay. So I think at this point, this smokestack again is going to start to get crazy. Like even right there, it's starting to grow. This right here at a certain point is going to disappear. The very front. All you're going to be able to see is this post. Like there it goes. You see it? There it goes. There it goes.
Yeah.
And then this got all short and squashed. So I back out to get a little bit more resolve or resolution. So you've got a nice little shot of the bow. But see, again, it's just staying like right in line, like it's following a track,
Mm-hmm.
Which I find interesting. But I suppose that if you sail that spot the whole time, you know where you're supposed to stay. There it goes. All right, so let's watch it. Look at it, it's totally gone. Totally right there. It's all but gone,
Mm-hmm.
So I guess the question is like, what the hell? I mean, like, I don't even know, man. I don't even know how to talk about this. And then, so you got this right here, stretched up. Oh, there it is. It's totally gone there. See how there's nothing there now.
Mm-hmm.
But look at this. See, look at this.
Elongated. Yeah. It's a bit like the chimney on Popeye the Sailor Man's boat.
Yeah, yeah. But if you think about it too, right? So this pretty much, this right here, if you think about it's standing in the line. If you go back here, this is not moving. You know, it's staying in a straight line. This isn't going farther away. It's not getting closer. And then when you get out here, right? You know that it's still in the same spot pretty much because it's I mean, like, why can't we see that same block right here? Right? There it is.
Mm-hmm.
And there it's not.
But the bridge has gone up.
Yeah. Here it is. It pokes up a little bit.
Yeah. So the bow goes down, the bridge goes up.
So I was thinking about whether or not, you know, this boat gets affected by the waves because it's so big. You know, if there was a little boat here, you would see it going up and down maybe, you know? But I wonder if this is so big that the waves really don't affect it. But you don't see this going up and down. This is pretty much just a steady progression.
And do you think that was the boat going parallel to the shore, or is it going away?
I would guess that would be my guess. Sure, yeah, because if it weren't, this would get smaller. Look at the stack again. See the stack?
Yeah.
You know what? I remember now that I am looking at this. I took all these screenshots of this, and I have to go get those. But yeah, so I would say it's parallel because this is not getting bigger, it's not getting closer to us, and it's not going farther away. So yes, it's got to be parallel.
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't that be the logical?
It appears that way, yeah.
Right, and now let's see right here. I wonder if we measured the distance, if this is staying the same. Like this is minute 15:53. So I'm gonna come back to that in a second. So look at here. Look how much longer this is. See that?
Yes. But then has the lens, the zoom of the lens changed?
Well, that's where the metadata thing would come into play. Yeah. But I don't know that it would make a difference. Because all the zoom does is get closer to. The zoom is not going to make this get stretched.
No, but in the frames of the picture itself, on your computer screen, it does appear stretched at some points or narrow at other points. Did you film it going behind the oil?
Yeah. So 15:53.
And it's definitely going behind it.
Yeah.
And so, did you know how far away the oil rig was?
Oh no, but I called up the Coast Guard yesterday, and they gave me He was very helpful, the guy. I was asking him questions about line of sight stuff. He's like, I can't talk about that.
Why not?
Yeah, he would not talk about it. But I did drop a flat smack on him. But
did you see it coming, though?
But he gave me advice on looking up NOAA. And he said that they have charts in PDF, so I'm going to look at those. I guess I could do that with you right now. We can just kind of look and poke around. Yeah, so here it is. It just went behind. I'm going to go back.
Yes, yeah, I can see that, yeah.
Okay. So again, if you think about scale and distance, you know, what's the shipping lane? Like how huh? You want me to stop?
Yeah, just go back a little bit of a little fraction, that's all. Yeah, so the working deck of the oil rig, is it level with the chimney of the boat?
Are you going to call this the working deck?
Well, it's so distorted, but I would say.
Well, here, let me see if I can pull up a still that is a better shot. I think that this might be okay. That's a little bit blurry. Let me see. We'll see.
It's hard to say, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I would say right here is where it's going to be the top.
Yeah.
So yeah, that would be right here. And if I just try to stay... Yeah, but this isn't even the right size. That's not how big that is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's not what it... Anyway, I don't even know. This is absolutely crazy. I mean, this is huge. You know?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it passes behind. But it would be interesting to find the shipping lane, you know, so how close it can get to the oil rig. That would be interesting. Let's see. Like I'm trying to think of if the chimney stack changed from the I think it comes out at the same size. It hits right about here where my cursor is, so it should come out like right here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe a little bit above it, but it's just getting stretched. So I think I cut out after this, and oh, there it's still there. But still, you've got this. It looks smaller. It's not as stretched out as it was before. There's a guy swimming. So, let's see. I want to show you this because this is really, really interesting. Let me try to think of where it is. It is... So this day was probably I guess I don't know how I would say if it was the clearest, even though maybe the temperature in the water was, you know, the same. I didn't think it was going to be a very good day because it was very cloudy. But you know, it's just very crisp. There's not going to be a lot of heat distortion. You can see the island over here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, this is the trying to think. Okay, here's what's interesting. Okay, so this is 12:30. This is a 12. This is a no. This is 9:30 because my camera was set up for East Coast time on the timestamp. So it's 9:30 in the morning. this image here. This is absolutely... I have got... Ugh. Look at this.
What is that? Is it the oil rig?
Yeah. It's this.
All right, yeah. That's some swell, isn't it?
I've got other images of this as well. I'll show it. You know, I'll just show it to you. This one. This was the video I took. Again, the one video I showed you earlier. This was my very first video capture of the island. So I had no clue what was going to come up. And all right. So you can see right here. Here's the beach. I'm right on the beach. This is the I think the image that I just showed you is actually 3 miles north of me. So the distance isn't very significant in my opinion. It's only 3 miles. But in this image, this is early in the morning. I'm going to start panning. This is a boat. But the next image that we see right here is going to be... I'm going to stop it when it comes up. Right there. That, if you can see this right here.
Yeah.
That is the... That's this. But you've got more clarity here.
Mm-hmm.
Even though you've got this massive squashing. But here, okay, so the thing about this is if I showed this to a baller and I said that this is an oil rig, and they go, yeah, well, it's behind the curve. And then I say, okay, so where did the curve go? Because this is the exact same, like, look right here. So, holy cow. All right, so this is the same day. This is 8 o'clock in the morning. This is an hour and a half later. So this is early, and this is later, and it's gone. That's crazy.
Listen, in your preparation for going there, mess about with your camera to find out how to shoot raw. Because when the camera converts an image to JPEG, it gets rid of some of the clarity and some of the details. You can manipulate a raw image a lot better than a JPEG.
Okay. But okay, so where were we at? What was I gonna show you? Oh, I was gonna show you. Okay, so no, that's not it. That was the I think it was this one. All right, so here's the lighthouse again, but look how big this is. Look at this. This is the biggest I've ever seen it. That's amazing. If you think about the stuff that we've already seen, and there's one here where I can probably pull it up. I don't know if this is it. I think that this might be it. No, I just switched over. I think that there should be a lighthouse flash in a second. I had some of this stuff pulled up yesterday. So I was just going through stuff. There it is.
Yeah, yeah, that's the lighthouse, definitely.
All right, so you've got this, right? This is early in the morning when you get this. When I get this salmon colored salmon. Oh, I can't do that. I don't know why VLC won't let you open multiple videos in the same player. I'd rather use VLC. I mean, the one thing that I've got to do as well, like I said, because I go between 2 points. So this is either, I don't have a problem saying that this is either the same location or it's 3 miles away. I mean, to me, 3 miles is not, because I'm just going down the coastline. You know, when I look at Google Earth and I look at where I'm shooting, the distance from the lighthouse to the shoreline is the same, regardless of whether or not I've gone 3 miles, or not. So it's not that significant to me. But you can just see how how much bigger this is, right? So let's play this out, I think, just for the contrast of what's going to happen. Okay, so here this is the very end of the of Anacapa. All right, so now I'm panning the Channel Islands. All right, so you've got that. Okay, remember when we were looking at the freighter that was passing behind the oil rig?
Was that the one?
That's the one. But when I was shooting that one, I was farther down the coast.
Yeah.
So because there was no island behind it.
Yeah.
Okay. So just keep that in mind now, right? Keep that in mind here. Hold this. I'm going to have this. Now, what I did to get to this part here, remember I just panned down the islands, right? I just panned down. So that's what I'm going to do here. Look at that.
Mm-hmm.
Look how much bigger it is.
Yeah.
Look, the island is like, it looks like the island is not even behind it. Absolutely mind-blowing.
Mm-hmm. And it looks like it's stretched as well, doesn't it?
Yeah, I don't even know. I wouldn't be able to say. But you look at the clarity of that box that we haven't been able to see. That box there. So we were talking about the working platform, the top part maybe. But you can even just see the greater. You can see the greater than sign right here. Yeah. So you've got a mirroring right there. That's that right there is. And then I would guess the island is stretched out a little bit because it doesn't go that far here. But here, it's squashed and stretched.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy stuff, man. Well,
you're going to get some slam dunk videos this time when you go back.
I hope so.
You know what to expect. And...
Yeah, I'd love to have an overcast day like this again. Like I said, I wasn't sure what I was gonna get, and I wasn't even
So
expecting. Huh?
you're heading into the hottest part of the year, aren't you?
No, no, because it's gonna be the end of April. It's gonna be I think it's gonna be quite cool. So, all right, shouting out, hey Adam McKinsey and Derek, thanks for showing up. So, yeah, I don't know, man.
Did you see the video of the guy? What's he calls him? He calls himself Brazil, Japan. Oh, it's got a funny name. Very smart flat earther, and he did flights from Mexico City. Did you see that video?
No, that doesn't sound familiar.
No.
I'm sorry? You dropped off.
First.
Hey, hold on real quick. I got work calling me. Hold on.
Okay.
All right, I'm back. I can never bank on. The only thing I can bank on with work is it's never gonna stay the same. What they tell me is never gonna stay the same. So, all right, I think I put my microphone back up. I think I'm back up microphone wise. The screen on YouTube is just going through a slideshow. So, anything new with you, Mark? What's going on with you, man?
There was a very impressive video. The guy calls himself Flat Earth Banjo USA.
Yeah, you just dropped out. I didn't hear the total name.
There's a guy who calls himself Flat Earth Banjo USA, Japan, and Brazil.
I do recognize that name now that you said that, but I haven't seen anything recent. So, Flat Earth.
We're breaking up there.
I'm breaking up.
Yeah, we're breaking up. His last video was only about a week ago. His flights from Sydney to Houston.
Oh yeah. Yes, I did. I see that right here. Yep. I did watch that.
Did you? It was fascinating, wasn't it? From Brisbane to Mexico City, it stops at LA.
That's right. Yeah. LA or San Francisco or Houston, and then it goes down. Yeah, and there's nothing south of Hawaii. It always, if you either fly to Hawaii direct, or if you are going to go to South America, you bypass Hawaii altogether on the north. It doesn't go south. Yeah.
Yeah. He does some excellent work, and he's not stupid. He's a very well educated chap.
Yeah, so I'm going to copy that, and I'm going to put that in the... All right, everybody, so here is the link for what Mark was just talking about. Check out this channel, subscribe to this channel. Yeah, Derek, you went out with your telescope and caught the Bay Bridge at 16 miles away from 4 feet high. Yeah, I was talking to Dean yesterday, and I think I said this to you, Mark. He said, "Yeah, that island is not there. That island is physically not there." And I just couldn't believe that he said that. Did I lose you, Mark?
No. I'm still here.
Okay.
I'm still here.
All right.
Yeah, but
So,
I'm gonna stop and have a cup of coffee.
are you stepping away?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You got your call to go to work as well, haven't you?
Well, not until 12, but yeah.
Okay.
So, but we can say goodbye. That's fine.
Okay. Good man. Good to talk to you, Bean.
All right, you too.
Cheers. Bye.
Cheers. All right, so yeah, I don't know what happened with Chris Berry. And yeah, I guess I'll probably just wrap it up. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. Appreciate you. Make sure you share, like, subscribe, and yeah. All right, I got distracted. I will talk to y'all later. Thanks for hanging out. Until next time. Is the music going? Why isn't the music going? That's interesting. Usually. Take care, Adam. Derek, peace. Flat Earth Bear, if you're still around. Karen and Preston. Alright, we will talk to you later. I don't know why my music's not playing. Huh. Don't know why. Alright. Peace out.